Hey guys, it's Oliver Manalese, the Breakthrough Coach. Hope you're doing well. So, today I want to share with you this universal talent that we all have. And it's really funny, some people say I don't have any talents, there's something I'm just not good at drawing, I'm not good at basketball, or maybe I'm really good at math, but I'm not good at being creative or whatever it is. We have these kind of conversations, these commitments that we already operate from. But in my experience, for myself and for the people that I work with, what I have noticed is that what we are all good is one thing, and this one thing is suppressing our greatness. That's right, suppressing our greatness. And how do we do that? Well, when we look around at our lives, is it a reflection of what our highest potential is? A lot of times we're wanting to strive for more. We want to transform an aspect or an area or our entire lives for that matter. And I guess just to demonstrate, I'll share with you just in my experience what has happened and what's occurred with me. So in my life, I've been really good at starting stuff, starting new businesses, starting new projects. And I'm really good at getting the ball rolling, following through, making things happen. And I'm not really good at completing. I'm not really good at finishing things. And that's one thing that I really have been in the process of learning to manage. And so for instance, like with my coaching business, in the beginning, it was really good because I was super excited, running on complete fire and passion and just moving forward, like unstoppable, feeling unstoppable. And then, just as you're creating something new, you reach a new edge for yourself and then it just starts to plateau. It stays the same. So in the first year, I had this plateau of I keep hitting this, 3 clients, 4 clients, and I just keep hitting this one plateau that it was very, very hard for me to break through, to find a new level for my business. And this whole thing about dimming our greatness, the reason why I bring that up is because for myself, I started to slow down, started to get really lazy. And I find that a lot of us tend to do this, especially if we can create results. So let's say I was operating at maybe, who knows, like let's say 60% of what my actual power is. So operating at 60% of what my power and possibility is, and I'm still able to create these results. So things are actually happening, and yet in reality, I'm not even reaching what my full potential is. So, and that can kind of be a curse. I work with a lot of crazy overachievers, and they're achieving all these things in spite of themselves only operating at 50 or 60% of what their potential is. And so essentially, we get away with being lazy because we're actually creating results. Some things are actually happening and we don't have to go all in. We don't have to go and fully commit ourselves to the thing and do the work. So kind of that's where I was. I was having trouble completing, and I just kept operating from that place of 60%, 60%, 60%. One person would leave in my business, and then it would just be filled by somebody else, and I would still be at that 3 to 4 people. And so, the work that I do is really about who we're being and evolving our level of being, of who we're being, so that we can actually reach that breakdown, reach that breakthrough, and find a new plateau. So in order for me to get from that place of 3 to 4 clients consistently to double it, to 6, 7, and 8 clients, it required a whole new strategy. It required me to look at that gap, okay, that between the 60 and 100%, look at that gap and point to that gap and notice what am I doing? Because we create these really great strategies for ourselves. So for instance, you might look at your finances, you might look at your physical health, you might look at your relationship, and up to a certain point, you've reached a level of success to where you are right now. So it's comfortable, it's great, you might be feeling fulfilled and grateful and happy with where it is, but it's not where it could be. So, sometimes the biggest barrier, the biggest obstacle to an extraordinary life is a good life. Because it's not painful enough to change. Like there's that saying, unless, when the pain of change is less than the pain of staying the same, then you will actually do something about it. Then you'll actually make the change. So if you're living a good life, it's really hard to step into your power and possibility, because possibility is really unpredictable. It's scary as hell. So we create these strategies, for myself. I created this strategy to get to 4 clients and stay at 4 clients consistently for like a year before I was able to break through to the next level. And in order for me to do that, I have to be willing to let go. Let go of what used to work for me, what got me here, because what got me here worked up to this point, but continuing to do that thing is not going to get me to the next level. Operating at 60% of my power, of my possibility, is not going to get me to double my business, double my clientele. Do you get that? Does that make sense? So essentially, what worked before is gonna continue. If it worked before to get you to where you are, and if you keep going back to that old strategy, that winning strategy, is gonna keep creating that same thing over and over and over again, and you're wondering, why is there mediocrity? Why is my business lackluster? Why am I not getting new results? Well, obviously, that's the definition of insanity: trying to do the same thing over and over again without, and expecting different results. So I urge you to look at the area in your life where you are maybe suppressing your greatness, suppressing the possibility for extraordinary in your life. Because if it's your business, if it's your relationship, if it's your finances, or whatever it is, and it's not where you want it to be, I'd look at letting go of all the stuff that has worked in the past, and be willing to reinvent. Be willing to start again from scratch, because I'm telling you right now, if you keep doing what worked before, it'll only keep repeating itself. You'll just recreate the past. So stop climbing the mountain, going down the mountain, climbing that same mountain, coming down the mountain. Yes, reach the summit and climb the next mountain, the next level for yourself. Look at the gap. What is your brilliance? What is your power? What is your possibility? Who are you being right now? Let go of the old strategy. Try something new. Be willing to take the risk and pay the consequences for that new possibility. And I promise you will see something scary, intense, but beautiful and eloquent and rich and full of love, presence, action, and passion. Good luck. Enjoy. Take care, guys.